Video is about RAOB's split screen display phase 1. This video begins with capabilities associated with the standard cross-section module and then demonstrates the advanced cross-section capabilities. Here we begin with a typical time height diagram where each of these vertical lines represent the time height location of the diagram's constituent soundings. In order to view the sounding diagram for any of these constituent soundings, we first left-click on the constituent line of interest. Then a pop-up mini sounding is displayed. We then have an option to expand the mini sounding into a full screen diagram by clicking on the expansion icon. And here we can work with the sounding as a standalone profile. And when done, we can quickly return to the time height diagram by pressing the F6 key or by using the display menu's cross-section option. Now we'll enter functions of the advanced cross-section module as we activate the split screen display option. To activate the display, just right-click over the time height diagram for options and access the Format tab. Then select the split screen option and apply. And here we see a full sounding diagram to the right of the time height diagram. It initially reflects the profile of the time height diagram's first sounding, as indicated by this bold vertical line. And now, when we click on a constituent profile sounding line, we no longer get the pop-up mini sounding as before, but now RAOB plots the adjacent full sounding. Or you can use the keyboard's left and right arrow keys to scroll the vertical bold line and associated sounding plot. Or you can hold down the arrow keys for faster scrolling. And here's the best part. You can independently configure the sounding diagram as if it were a full screen diagram. And just like the full screen soundings, the user interface is identical. Just right-click over the sounding diagram to access the format options, where, for example, we can adjust the top pressure level to 500 millibars to match the time height diagram configuration. And to change the data listing, just move the mouse to the top of the listing until the Custom Data Display button appears and click, and then choose the parameters you want to display. And to view the complete array of data listings, just press the spacebar. And now the most important option, the Analysis Toolbar, which has its own menu option item. Or, just like with the full screen sounding diagrams, just right-click over the left margin of the sounding diagram. Select the parameters desired for analytical display, and RAOB will automatically update all analyses when the time height diagram is scrolled. And of course, you can also analyze the time height diagram, which provides a more comprehensive analytical view of the sounding data. Since we're using this single panel time height diagram, we've also added the weather symbol display for additional information. Just two more items before closing this video. First, the sounding diagram also has an available handy pop-up menu, just like used on RAOB's Custom View display mode. To activate this pop-up menu, just left-click over the sounding diagram. So instead of remembering where to right-click to access a sounding function, just left-click for the pop-up menu options. And now for the last item, which is the multi-panel display, which demonstrates the full potential of the split screen display. First, open up the time height diagrams options, and then select the number of panels you want to display. In this case, 4. And now not only can we display a great variety of analytical data on the time height diagram panels, including meteogram overlays, but now you can also display corresponding or different parameters on the sounding diagram for a more comprehensive view of the sounding data. That completes the split screen example video for phase 1. And stay tuned for phase 2 of the split screen diagram. Thank you for watching.